So good morning, it's the 7th of May and it's 6 o'clock in the morning and we've come down the plot, the sun is rising and we're going to get a few jobs done. So we have a question, and interesting to hear what your thoughts are. So a couple of weeks ago I started a challenge on my plot, and that was to grow the biggest red cabbage. I grew the seeds from start and I gave them out to the other plot holders, and this is my cabbage just here, and I have 3. But my question is, mine are under blue covering and they're growing, there's nothing too bad with them, but is the blue restricting the light of the growth? Because when I go and look at my neighbours, so this is my neighbours and his is under a white covering. So my question is the white covering a better cover than blue? Now that's a question. Let me know in the comments. There could be many other reasons, different feeds, different soil, but we are interested with the colours of the colouring of the netting. So let me know if you have any experience of different coloured netting. So this has got me to raise my game and think about whether netting does make a difference with the colours or even the style. So I'm going to take my netting and I'm going to make an experiment, and I'm going to find what other colour netting I've got on the plot, and I'm going to do an example and see. So for this experiment I've got some white netting, I've got the green netting, and I've also got the blue netting. So I've got my little box of tricks and we're just knocking up a few little frames and we can stick these around. And see what difference it makes. There we go. So we tried the square cage, but my netting's not big enough. So we've gone back to the hooped version. So the first one's going to be white, the middle one's going to be green, and the last one blue. So which one do you think is going to grow better, the white, the green, or the blue? Let me know in the comments. Let's see what we can do, and let's see which colour grows the best. So we're in the polytunnel this morning. It's a bit wet and miserable outside, so I'm going to get a few jobs done in the tunnel. And last weekend I asked a few questions about what to put in between my tomatoes in my polytunnel. I know it gets congested and they need a lot of space, but I appreciate everybody's answers, and I've got a little notebook with some answers that people have given me. So I was thinking of putting peppers and chilies in front of my tomatoes, but peppers seem to be a bit of a no. They're going to get too big and not give the tomatoes enough breathing space. Chilies, if they're a small chili, then that could be possible, but even the bigger chilies could be too much. Basil, now everybody says basil. I've had quite a few comments about basil, and if you've seen my previous videos, I've tried to grow basil and I've had 2 or 3 attempts, so maybe I'll try again. Apparently basil complements the taste of tomatoes. Anybody know that? Let me know, leave me a comment. Also lettuce, a quick growing lettuce, that's a good idea. There's also mention of strawberries. Not so sure about that idea. Spring onions, I've got some spring onions that could probably go in. And radish, a few people mentioned radish. Yeah, might do that. And just in salad leaves, Mizuma rocket. And then thank you for the last comment, and they say, why don't you do half and half and show us the experiment at the end of the season? I like experiments. So let's show you what I'm going to do. So these 2 tomatoes are Alicante tomatoes, and in between these I'm going to do the Chantenay Red Cord 3. These look a little dumpy sort. This saw here is very thin, as it's got wood and branches underneath, doing the Hugel culture method. So I'm just going to put 2 rows of carrots in here. And we'll see what happens with those. So this is the carrot Chantenay, 2 rows. So in between these rows, these are the 2 Roma tomatoes that Joe from Digging for Dinner sent us. And in between these, I'm going to do 2 rows of French breakfast. Next door, between the Alicante and the Roma, we've got some onions, F1 keeper. So let's get these radishes in. So this is the radish we're doing, French breakfast 3. These seeds are quite big. You have to be careful because they don't come in a packet. So I'm just taking a handful and spreading them along the drills. A few every now and again. Not to overcrowd them. we go. 2 rows of radish. Get the markers. So radish. French breakfast. Marking where the rows are. And there. And there. These are cut up from a margarine tub. The recycling. So that's the rows marked up. And then we're just going to cover them over. There we go. French breakfast. Done. So this is what we've decided to do. We've done pepper, colour spectrum in between these 2 Alicante. We've done a pepper Anaheim in these 2. We've done a raised chili in one of these 2. We've done 2 rows of carrots in this gap. The next gap we've done is onion keeper. And then the next gap we've done is radish, French breakfast. And then the last 2 rows we've got our basil, Italian basil. And then we've got our marigolds. So many thanks to my neighbours for helping me out. We managed to finish covering the netted cage. I managed to clear the weeds at the front, ready for my sunflowers for the sunflower challenge. So my netted cage is all finished. We've even got a feather edge border. All of this netting come from Scaffolders for a small donation, and it's been absolutely perfect to work with. So easy. We've even managed to come round and do the front door. And here. We do need a roof, but at the moment we don't have enough for the roof. So hopefully the tomatoes will have a nice bit of a break for the wind. And we'll enjoy it in here. So I don't think it looks too bad. I think we've done a really good job. And again, I'd like to thank my new neighbours for helping us out to finish this, and the supply of staples. So this, along the front, is going to be for my sunflowers. And a quick sneaky update. Of my sunflower in a container. So we've just been sorting out the flower bed. We've secured the gate on the front, and we've got the 2 roses. We're going to go up the gate. And the lupins just starting to come out now. Fantastic. And the one over here, amazing. Mr. Snell and the rosemary. So thank you for watching, and please subscribe. If not subscribed, then ring the bell. Get notifications when I post some more. Been a long day today, got lots done. Very pleased. Thank you very much to my neighbours again. Cheers. Thanks a lot.